What's up, everybody? Welcome. We're gonna kick off the season, the brand new season, new league, new season, Evolution League Soccer. I hope you guys are excited. We're kicking this game off today. We're gonna see Puddle FC taking on Adrenaline FC. Should be a fun one, guys. Some interesting things here. Puddle FC last season in the NAPSL Premier League was in D2. Adrenaline was in D1, but Adrenaline was on the bottom of the table. And now Sharpie's been putting in hard work over the summer, trying to build up the roster. And they got a pretty formidable roster, so it's going to be an interesting one for sure. Let's go ahead and get right into the lineups. And we'll start off with Adrenaline. Adrenaline's going to be running a 4-1-2 formation today. Starting at the back in net is going to be Astrodosa. At left back is going to be Coffin. Left center back will be JB, their prospect. Right center back will be Hippie. Right wing back will be Vixie. At center mid will be Sharpie, playing a little bit of a different position for him. Left striker will be Prime, and right striker will be AJ. Team is managed by Sharpie. It's definitely a formation that you're going to see the wingbacks get involved in the attack, and I really expect that the right side especially will be aggressive. So it's going to be interesting to see how Puddle handles the aggressive counter attack that this formation can bring. Next, we're going to Puddle. Puddle, a team that's coming back up, resurrected from last season, like I said, D2, resurrected by Jejo. They're going to be running a standard 3-2-2 formation. In net is going to be Jejo. Left back will be Digits. Center back will be Reut. Right back will be Dam or Rivera Rubio. Left center mid will be Yiz. Right center mid Shobes. Left striker Suibob, and right striker Nachito. One thing that the two lineups have in big disparity is that Adrenaline is absolutely filled to the brim with a lot of experienced players. They have some prospects, but there's a lot of inexperience on Puddle, so it's going to be interesting to see how they can handle the pressure today and handle the nerves, as a lot of them are making a top division debut today. Guys, if you want to get in chat and let me know what your predictions are, I think from my standpoint, the experience of Adrenaline is going to far outweigh Puddle. I expect Puddle can do a pretty good performance today, but I do expect that Adren might win today in maybe a scoreline of 4-1, but only time will tell. I see 3-1. Nice. Yeah, we're probably in the same line of thinking, so. Pretty exciting to get the season kicked off. There's 2 games going on right now, guys, so make sure you tune in the other one, and then we're going to follow this up with Los Fricos versus Fangs too. So an action-packed day. We've been waiting for it. But without further ado, let's go ahead, kill the music out, and then we'll just go ahead and get live into the game and see if these guys are ready. So just looking real quickly at the lineups that they have, if there's been any changes right now, it doesn't look like too many changes as far as Adrenaline's lineup is. I'm not sure who. Oh, okay. JB has kind of made an interesting name, and it looks generally like the Puddle lineup is pretty much the same as well. Rudiger is a sub, however, he's a change over at right back. That's Rio. If you guys don't know, I'm not sure who Cosmo is, but again, a name change. Just a reminder, anybody who's playing in this league, you got to come into the field with the name that is on the website. If your website name doesn't line up with that, then you got to let everybody know. So, all right, so we got both teams ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and switch this to a broadcast camera, and let's get this thing started. Let's go. All right, so we got Adrenaline in the red, and it's going to be Puddle in the light blue colors, and Puddle will start off with the ball, kicking it over to their left back. That's Digits. Digits goes up to Yiz. Yiz will lose the ball. It's going to be picked up by right back Vixie, and Vixie tries to hit a through ball early, just catching AJ just off sides. Puddle with the ball again. Reut goes back to Yiz. Yiz is taking his time. He'll get blocked, but will manage to get the ball through. That looked a little laggy, to be honest. Tries a through ball, gets picked up. Good defense by JB. Ridiger coming in, taking the ball, getting it to Yiz. Yiz under pressure, sends it wide over to Shobes. Shobes taking his time, looking for options, doesn't find any, tries a through ball. And Adren will clear that back to Roy. Roy again to Yiz. And then Yiz trying to find relief and pressure, goes back to his defense. Roy sends it wide to Shobes. Shobes didn't look like he was ready for it and just got caught napping. It's going to be a throw-in for Adrenaline. That's going to be Coffin taking the throw-in. Coffin looks like he's sending that back. I think that's Hippie on the ball. Hippie will option that off to the GK Astrodosa. Really comfortable on the ball, Astro is. You know, Astro will find Vixie aggressively going forward. This is what I said earlier. He finds a nice combination with AJ. AJ trying to take the ball through. He sends it back wide to Vixie. Vixie's going to look for the cross in. He crosses it in and just over everybody. That was really close. Puddle on the ball. Puddle will get that up the line. And a 50, I'm not sure who that's going to be out on. It's going to be out on Adrenaline. Jejo with the goal kick. Adrenaline's going to be looking to get the fast counterattack plays using their wingback, so Puddle has to be really ready for that. Under pressure, Roy handles it well, and we'll just boot it downfield. And I think that's JB will send that back to Astrodosa, who's going to take his time and find an option. Astro finds Sharpie. Sharpie just sends that behind the feet of AJ, and Digits will take that and send it back to GK. Jejo to Rayo. Rayo back to Jejo. Jejo taking his time. Back to Rayo again. Rayo trying to find a through ball, and somehow it gets lost in Hippie's feet. There'll be option off to Yiz. Yiz will cut that back, looking for better options. He tries the through ball. He gets it, and a shot and a great save by Astrodosa. I didn't think that one was going to get through. Puddle with the first actual shot on net today. We're 2.5 minutes into this game. JB's losing the ball. We'll manage to get it back. Good recovery. AJ on the ball, taking his time. We'll kick that ball right into a wall. And Puddle will retain the ball back to Jejo. Puddle has seemingly managed things pretty well. Just one counterattack, but their defense got back on it. I think their passing could use a little bit of work, but they're keeping the pressure up. They're comfortable on the ball, and so far they're the only team to get a shot off on net. So Astrodosa will sweep this ball, tries to find it through. A nice 1-2 from Prime, trying to catch the feet of, I think that was Coffin, but unfortunately it just doesn't land, and Puddle will take the ball forward. And there's the body. Cosmo on the body. He shoots, and I don't know if he just missed. I think he just missed the net. That's unfortunate. Good try, good play. That's going to be 2 deadly attacks from Puddle. Nice combination play from Adrenaline. They're going to find the feet of AJ. He's going to be slightly off sides by literally by the width of a hair. Puddle ball goes to Roy. Roy back to Yiz. He is not finding too many options. Sends it over to Shobes. Shobes kind of Brylos touches it, unfortunately. And again, AJ will be caught off sides on a quick through ball. Roy will send that right to Rudiger. Rayo sends it up the field to find the feet of Cosmo. Cosmo will go back to Roy, and Roy will just send that back to his GK. A little reset from Puddle. Being smart on the ball. Rayo moving up the line. He's got space, looking for options. Tries to play the feet. I think he was trying to play the feet of Suibob there, but I think Suibob was looking more for a through ball. I'm not sure. But we'll get the ball back, and it'll be all the way back to Jejo. Jejo again finding Rayo. Rayo looking for options. Outlets that up to Cosmo. Cosmo back to the center back. It's good use of the center back. Unfortunately, he doesn't play it very well. We'll turn the ball over. That's AJ on the ball, dribbling 1v3. We'll lose it. And Adrenaline will get the possession back. Coffin on the ball. He loses the ball, gets poked away. A good find hitting Cosmo. Cosmo tries to turn into a defender, and now they're just fighting for the ball. Cosmo gets it back. I think that's Shobes on the ball. Shobes finding Yiz wide left. He's got a little bit of space. He tries to do a simple through ball to Suey Bob, but again, I don't think Suey Bob was expecting it. Unfortunately, I think Suey Bob needs to commit to some of the runs that he's making. He might be faking out his team. Suey Bob on the ball. He's dribbling. He's got space. 2 on. He shoots right at Astrodosa. He'll clear that away. Adrenaline will get possession. Finding space is Sharpie. Kicking it wide right. Good find from him to Vixie. Vixie under pressure. Well, good job finding AJ up the line. AJ taking his 1. Good defending from Digits for Puddle. Staying all over AJ, not letting him get through. Adrenaline with the throw in. A little cross in. That didn't look like it was going to do a whole lot there. Puddle will get the ball on a clear. Cosmo trying to dribble through will get poked away by, I think that was JB. Good defense. Puddle with the throw back to Rayo. Rayo's going to find the feet of Roy at center back. He's going to send that back to Rayo under pressure. Rayo's kind of losing the ball here, but gets it back. Again, back to Roy. Roy will miss the ball, and Puddle will give a corner kick. This might be Adren's first opportunity to get a shot off on goal, and this is... And they will shoot, but it will not be on net. I'm not sure who shot that. But Puddle needs to be careful, because Adrenaline hasn't really been able to muster anything offensively, and they pretty much gave them their first offensive opportunity there. Right, sending that up right and option back to the left back. That's a good play. Left back will send it right into AJ's body. AJ will do the same to the left striker. That's Suey Bob on the ball. Nice cut from Suey Bob. Looking for his options. A little behind. A nice touch off. Good play. Yiz back to Shobes. Shobes over left to Digits. Digits back to Yiz. Gets bodied away. Adrenaline will clear it. This might be through. If AJ's onside, he's got the body. He is onside. And a good slide from Digits to prevent that dangerous attack. The quick free kick from Adrenaline. Vixie will send a cross in. And a good defending. I think that was Rudiger kicking that away. He has taken his space. Options up the line to Suey Bob. Suey Bob trying to just take his 1. I think that's Hippie that he's up against. And he tries to cross it in. It looked like Cosmo just missed the ball. Looked like it was pretty close to him. Astor will get the ball, send it up the line, and turn it over, unfortunately. A bad turnover from the center back, Roy, going up the line. But again, Adrenaline under pressure will give the ball to Yiz with space. And Yiz will unfortunately turn it over to Vixie, who's coming back. Vixie taking the space. They have numbers. It's not well marked, but the ball just went probably to the wrong person, because I think the only person that was marked well was being marked by Rudiger, and he will take that and send it back to Jejo. Jejo with the quick option to Suey Bob. Suey Bob trying to find some space, working the ball. Tries a through ball that just isn't there. And he comes back on defense and just boots the ball. That's a recovery. Okay, the Adrenaline on the fast counterattack. That's Sharpie. Sharpie will take a shot right into Jejo. Good save. Ball is loose, gets cleared by Puddle. The first shot on net by Adrenaline. Sharpie has been exploiting that space to the center back's left. It's not been picked up well by Puddle. But we're going to roll into the half here, guys. 0-0 tie. I absolutely did not expect this. Only 39% possession by Adrenaline. Puddle is controlling this game. And that's Jejo from Puddle on the ball. I was going to send that right to Rudiger. He's going to move that up the line to Cosmo. Cosmo finds a center back. Right under pressure. Finds some space. Gets Shobes. Shobes with all the space in the world. Will finally get challenged and makes not a great pass. Yiz gets the ball back, however. Finds the feet of Suey Bob. Suey Bob almost got the body. Adrenaline will have the ball. That's Vixie. Vixie's got options forward, finds the feet of Sharpie. Sharpie's got the body. Looking for options. Nice job by Sharpie finding Coffin's feet. Coffin's got space. He's gonna find Prime through, just a little bit off. And good defending and a clear. I think that was by Rudiger. Astro on the sweep, something he's commonly known for. We'll find the feet of Coffin. Coffin gets that up to AJ, but AJ trying to take too many 1v3s will lose it. And the ball gets sent way back to Astro again. Adrenaline's gonna reset. Adrenaline's really committing their defenders forward, and it's not getting picked up by Puddle. They have numbers right now, but again, Rudiger comes in and picks up the ball. Jejo sending that forward to Suibob. Suibob trying to create space. We'll get that back, and it's going to come all the way forward to Yiz. They're working the ball right now, forming their triangles. Shob's trying to turn into Coffin. Coffin will take the ball, and Sharpie was just off. That ball came just a hair too late. There's a good run, good pass, just a little too late. Puddle on the free kick, and they almost turned it over. They will eventually. Rayo will miss the touch. The ball will get cleared back all the way to the defense. Hippie sending that right to Vixie. Vixie finding Sharpie's feet. Sharpie getting it forward to Coffin in space. Coffin option is that forward to Prime. Prime, who apparently has pink hair today. I'm not used to that. Prime with the quick throw in. Just going to get cleared. A little bit of 50 action happening here. Yiz is fighting for the ball, and he will ultimately get a block. Shobs keeps trying to turn up the field when he's just not there. They're going to find an option right. He finds the feet of AJ. Franck to AJ. Franck has been silent so far this game, and they just did that to them. Adrenaline on the board. Just, I mean, an unfortunate turnover by Puddle. The one time they've lost their heads. That's what happens. Good, unfortunate turnover from Yiz. Roy will get on the ball. Sends that straight to Sharpie's feet. Adren is feeling the momentum right now. They've got Coffin. Coffin finds the space inside. Looking for the shot, and it will be picked up easily by Jejo. The real question at this point is, Puddle had been dominating and controlling this game. Can they turn it around and get a goal themselves? Sharpie on the ball. 1v2. Gets poked away, but he'll keep it back. Gets that to Vixie's feet behind him. Vixie has Coffin. Coffin looking for options. Sends it through. It's not going to get to anybody. Will get cleared out ultimately to Cosmo's feet. And Cosmo needed to play that to a center mid faster. They could have had a rapid counterattack. Instead, he's over dribbling and turns the ball over. A foul, a yellow card to try to kill the action will still get picked up. Adrenaline is still moving in the box. Sharpie on the ball, gets blocked. Roy loses the ball to Brylos and will get shot by Franck. Puddle is losing their heads right now. They played so well to this point. And they're just absolutely losing their heads. A nice goal from Franck ultimately. If we get back into the action, Sharpie will steal the ball. That's Prime on the ball. He's got the body. He's looking inside. Will just miss everybody at the PK spot. There are 3 people there. None of them could get onto it. Shob's on the ball again, losing it. Shob sends that back to Rayo. Rudiger. Rayo with a nice pass to Yiz. Yiz kind of misread it, but he keeps it. He's going to find, I think that's Suibob. He's got options right. He finds that option right. This is Shob's on the ball. Shob's trying to hit the guy at the PK spot. Just couldn't find his feet. And now Adrenaline looking to counter. This is Coffin on the ball. And he will get poked from behind. Too much side-to-side action. And good job from Rayo. Realizing he's under pressure and he has his GK, finds his feet. Good option from Jejo, getting all the way to Sui Bob. Sui Bob kicking it forward, trying to find Yiz, but Yiz is getting bodied away from the ball. I think if Yiz was more on the same page as Sui Bob there, they might have been able to pull something pretty cool off. Aggressive from Roy. He's going to miss the ball. Adrenaline is through. This is Prime on the ball, and it gets poked away by Rudiger, just holding that defensive line down. Adrenaline with the throw, and a poor throw, and is going to turn it over to Yiz. Yiz gets fouled. AJ with the yellow card. Still finds the feet of Sui Bob, who just broke two people down. He's going to find feet. And they tried one more pass and just couldn't get it through. Cosmo, and I think that was Cosmo on the ball trying to find Shob's feet. Yes, we'll give that to Sui Bob on the throw-in. Sui Bob again, making space. Sui Bob finds Shob's. Shob's loses the ball again. Good interception, a little heavy, however, from Digits. Digits will get the ball back ultimately and send that back to Jejo. Jejo tries to catch Yiz's feet, doesn't. Roy will pick up the interception. A nice cut from Shob's this time. Shob's trying to force the through ball that is just not there. He's being marked heavily by Hippie. Hippie to Coffin. Coffin up to Prime. Prime has all the space in the world. Digits are right stepping up on him. Coffin's on the ball. Coffin finds it through. Gets blocked. I think it was Digits with that block, and then a block again. It's going to be an Adrenaline corner kick. Will they make this 3-0? And a shot from Coffin off the corner. Great corner from Vixie. 3-0 it is in favor of Adrenaline with just a minute and a half left in the game. It's kind of a sad story, to be honest. Puddle was controlling this so well. For those who like goals, you're probably enjoying this. Unfortunately, Wright will turn the ball over to Prime. Prime's in on goal. He's got the space. He shoots and he scores. 4-0. Adrenaline is on fire now. And they are probably challenging themselves to mercy in the next minute. Prime was probably one of the more underrated players. Is finally catching some attention nowadays. He wasn't really making his presence known to this point in the game until that steal, and he just makes a goal all himself. Sharpie on the ball, will lose it. Shobes again losing the ball. Over to Coffin. Coffin has space. Rayo steps up, and a through ball that's not very good is going to get picked up by Jejo. I'd like to see if Puddle can get back control of the game once again. They've kind of lost control. A turnover from Rayo, and Adren will send that wide, but it's not going to catch anybody. It was a little too aggressive. Puddle on the throw-in. He's under pressure. Adrenaline has the ball. He shoots, and he scores. AJ makes it 5-0. Adrenaline absolutely running riot right now. That was such a tight angle. What a beautiful shot by AJ. Gotta give it to him. They're gonna find Prime's feet through Coffin, and Prime will miss the ball on the cut. Unfortunate. Puddle on the ball. Cosmo finds Royt's feet. And Royt trying to force through ball. It's not there. This should get picked up by Jejo. We are in stoppage time. So this is going to end it if they can clear it properly. And there it is, folks. This game, this is a tale of two entirely different games. I cannot even believe what happened there. In the end, Adrenaline finishing off 43% to 57% possession. So as a whole, Puddle controlled the game, but they couldn't make anything happen. They had a few opportunities. They got 3 shots. They just couldn't execute. And I don't really think it's necessarily that, you know, too much possession and not really with intent, but it was just they lost their heads in the second half. They made a couple of some really big crucial mistakes. Adrenaline is too good of a team. They're not going to let you get away with that. I'm gonna look at Puddle's player stats. I mean, there's a couple people here that really, I mean, the points are heavily in favor of Roy as a center back. They were really playing the ball through him a lot, but really the main man for their defense for me was Rudiger, and Yiz was their guy going forward, as well as Sui Bob. I mean, overall, most played pretty well. I think Shobes lost the ball a little bit too much and probably needs to work on it, but and some massive turnovers from Roy, unfortunately, that did lead to goals. Adrenaline, however, the big number, Franck was nowhere to be found for most of the game, and then when like he was probably the main catalyst for Adrenaline just completely settling into the game. 550 points, 2 assists, 1 shot, 1 goal, holding it down in midfield. It's hard for me to pick a player of the game. There's so much there's good play and bad play on both sides of the ball, but it's got to be Franck. I mean, he's a catalyst for the turnaround for this team. AJ with 2 goals, but was largely couldn't stay on sides for most of the early part of the game, and it was just his team kind of building up around him. That last goal from him was absolutely beautiful, though. But yeah, an absolute shocker. Well, the end result wasn't too big of a shocker. I think most would probably predict that Adren would win, but just the way that game started out, I thought, you know, we might have a really close one or maybe even an upset. But unfortunately, Adrenaline will slide away. Well, actually, fortunately for Adrenaline, Adren will slide away with the 5-0 win. Good job for Adrenaline. Puddle showed themselves well. Scoreline looks worse than I think the game actually was. If they can just fix their mistakes, I think we got a good team. But all right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Catch us in around 20-30 minutes, half an hour. We're going to have our next game. It's going to be Los Fricos versus Fangs. So look forward to that one, and we'll catch you guys later. Thanks.